All right, it's time for Trailer Talk, the only show where 5 self-proclaimed experts react and nerd out on trailers from their unique POVs, editing, sound design, production, marketing, and acting. This week, the Looney Tunes are back to save us from an evil Don Cheadle. Really? All right, well, it's not Space and Jam Goes on Toast, but it's called Space Jam 2. There's no Michael Jordan. Let's go! Hey, welcome back, kids, to Retro Replays Trailer Talk. Once again, I'm joined by my dear friends PJ, Steph, Pagan, and Josephine J. Joseph. And today, we're going Jordan style with Space Jam, but not the original one that I remember, like the new one.
Yeah, I mean, it's the new one. The old school,
right?
Michael Jordan, Bugs Bunny, and crew took on the Goon Squad to win the day. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't even know why they had to win the day, but they did. They won, right? I mean, and then now we have LeBron James taking over the mantle of Michael Jordan, and he's back again to help save his son. I have no idea. Well, let's watch the trailer and somehow figure out what this movie is actually about, because to me it looks like Ready Player One. But
do we have to watch it? Do we have to?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. PJ does not like basketball. That's just a side note before we do this.
Let's do it.
Whatever. Go.
Basketball camp is next weekend. You got amazing potential on the court, and I can help you get there.
That's not what I want, Dad.
Look at that house.
You never let me do what I
Has an elevator?
Wow. Do me.
It's the Space Jam elevator.
Wrong floor.
Warner Brothers.
Bet Will Smith ain't got to deal with this.
Shit,
Wow.
that's not that
This
good.
is their house?
That's the biggest server room I've ever seen.
Right? Hold up.
And
just for LeBron James stats.
Is this Westworld?
Look at that. What's yours?
Yeah, I see what you're saying now about Ready Player One.
I don't remember him ever getting.
I am the king of this domain.
Don Cheadle?
It's Don Cheadle.
Serververse.
What'd you do to my son? Where's Dom?
He's everywhere.
The only way you're getting your son back is if you and I play a little basketball. Pete,
what is
send this clown to the rejects.
Let's say Mars.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Old school.
I like it here. I like
Look at it. Look at
these
it.
cartoons.
This I'd watch.
Cartoon?
This I would watch this.
what's great?
I need to assemble an
Eric
elite
Bauza.
team to help get my son back.
I know what you're looking for.
Martian.
Yes. The Clan.
What was that big furry one? That tall monster guy with no hands and feet. I like that.
I love it.
That was pretty fun.
You know what? I don't know, but he's the one that always wore the Chuck Taylors, right?
Yeah, that guy. I like that.
You're such an indie.
Iron Giant?
Iron Giant?
Dragon?
Yeah, there's so many things in this. Pennywise?
Now this looks good. Now it looks
Introducing
good.
the Goon Squad.
Oh, I saw
Okay,
the
wait.
Joker in the background.
What's going on? This is weird. What's happening here?
You gotta win this game.
Because they didn't do cartoons now. They
Well,
did
see, now we
that
gotta go
3D
back to the
Pixar
family.
thing.
Our son
Yeah.
back.
Oh, I see. So now they're... And he's...
It looks good. Now I'm like, I'll watch it.
Really?
Six glasses of wine and a...
Look at Bugs.
See, here's this... Now you lost me. You lost me right there. You lost me right here. Okay, so see, like Granny...
Granny!
Come on, you gotta like that.
School is so
I like that. You gotta like that.
Pat Senior just counts.
No, I'm out. All right, I'm going to start the show here. I'm a big Looney Tunes guy. I grew up on it. I love it. I got all the... When I couldn't find it, when my kids were born, I went out and got DVDs, which you kids don't even know DVDs anymore. VHS, doesn't matter. So when LeBron goes there and it's that good 2D animation that I remember, I'm all about it. I'm loving that.
Yeah.
And then when they have to bring it up to date and Bugs is 3D and Granny's doing her horse shit, it's like, now it looks like, you know, I don't know. It looks like a commercial for Magic Mountain. You know, like there's some stupid
But
whatever.
wait, let's get philosophical here for a second. How could you actually have 2D in a 3D world? Because that would be like standing in a painting and asking somebody what's inside the bucket. You're never going to know what's inside the bucket.
I don't care. I don't
they
care.
disappear.
And LeBron went back to the world, and the world was like 2D, and he was a cartoon.
In the 3D, it makes it a little more like I can get it together. Like that was the only time I liked it when that 3D came in.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate the 2D. My wife and I both hate 2D cartoons with live action. It's our pet peeve. We will not watch a movie if that happens.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Oh, come on.
Oh my God, best.
It's so good.
Would not watch it. And then what was that one with Brad Pitt?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't even know why he's our friend.
Yeah, remember Cool World?
He didn't like Cool World?
Won't do it.
Really?
Won't do it.
Wow.
Nope. It's just a thing.
Wow.
Brad Pitt's finest work.
Yeah.
Thing.
might have been. Maybe.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore. I don't know. That bugs me.
That's rough.
Yeah, Maurice is the same way. She will not. If there's a cartoon pops in live action, she like literally just turns it off.
You just the suspension.
She's a big
of
cartoon
disbelief.
person. Like Marisa will impress your pants off about her knowledge of cartoons. Nice. She is really a connoisseur of cartoon. So you can't put the two together for her world. It's like putting red wine and white wine together to make a rosé. It's like, no, I'm not drinking that.
Oh, dog. A real one.
To me, when
animated.
it started in the beginning with LeBron James and Cheadle, it looked like stunt casting in a green box. I had nothing I wanted to show. They had the young little kid there to pull the heartstrings. They're obviously going for a particular demo. They want, it's all the boxes are checked off for a studio-made picture. Honestly, the only time where I was like, ooh, it got a little interesting was when they dropped into the 3D world, and it started looking a little cooler for me. At that point, I really did sit up and go, oh, I might watch that now because of that. But the whole beginning of it and that, I was like, nah, it was exactly the shit I thought it was going to be.
I don't think they're going to stay long in the... I think they're going to go quickly to the 3D, like, cool.
Oh, no. For sure.
I hope so.
For sure.
And then LeBron James, like, how much acting is we going to get out of that guy? That's
I don't know.
It's only because they couldn't get. Only because Michael
Jordan
Jordan wouldn't do it. He refused it. This movie's been in development hell since the first one came out, and just them getting LeBron James is the reason why it actually got put back in. I mean, I think at one point they even were going to have Tiger Woods do this.
Yeah, there was a lot of rumors they were going to do like a NASCAR version with like Dale Earnhardt. And
well, no, they actually sold that in. They were actually going to go do that, but it had a different name. It was called Spy Jam. They were going to change it from Space Jam to Spy Jam.
Oh, no.
And they were going to bring all that stuff in. Yeah. So, or something. I might be a little, don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
one.
I don't know.
But
I
it was,
hope not.
Yeah.
No, they were going to do a version called Spy Jam. And they're going to Spy Jam too. It's like, but wait, it's not the name. How can you even say
It just doesn't.
it's, it was Jackie Chan was going to take over Michael Jordan at one point. He was signed on it for a bit. I mean, this thing has been in,
he's also a great basketball player.
Yeah.
it's been in development hell since 1996.
Yeah.
And then
wow.
and then it took the right people to get this.
Yeah. Finally.
Let's hope it makes back its hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, it's gonna. It's gonna. Based off of the first one, I feel like people are gonna watch it just because of the first one.
But it had the first one had Michael Jordan, and he just has this lovable everyman quality about him.
It had Michael Jordan, but here's the thing: it had Bill Murray.
Yeah, and Danny.
Wasn't
Danny DeVito?
And Danny DeVito, right? Like it had like A-list comedic actors in it, right?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know. So,
but here's the deal: PJ just nailed it, and people don't understand this. And this is why Tiger Woods may have been a good choice. Michael Jordan is globally loved. Mm-hmm. LeBron James is very much a great player, but he's much more polarizing.
Yeah.
Just from the athletic side, I know. I mean, this is a guy who was a Cleveland boy at the Cleveland. Then he left for Miami to win championships. Then he came back to Cleveland. They were like, the king is back. And then they hate him again because he left for L.A. I mean, I'm telling you, people either love him or hate him.
Yeah.
Whereas Michael Jordan, everybody loved Michael Jordan. Yeah. He was a global brand.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's like Gretzky. If he wasn't, busy playing golf all the time, he could have done it. Everybody loved Gretzky. They don't remember him.
So they were going to do a spin-off. It was going to be Jeff Gordon. It was going to be Tiger Woods. They're looking at Tony Hawk.
Oh.
Those all would have been very different movies.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think
nobody would have went and seen them. It's just not big enough.
But who's a better option? Like, if you can't have Jordan, I think LeBron James is the best option here for a Space Jam basketball film.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it just doesn't, like, he is the
Wow.
greatest
No,
right
You're
I
saying that just
disagree.
because
I would go with,
he's
you
so
know, I would
good.
go with Steph. If I was going to do a basketball guy, trust me, I'm a sports fan. Steph Curry is a guy who's like, everybody likes him. He's just a likable guy. And he's not as, he's huge. But
no one's saying
LeBron is very, very polarizing.
Sure, but no one, like, I guess if you're looking
Drew
at
likes
accolades,
LeBron.
I respect the dude. He's like kind of like how I don't like Tom Brady, but I respect his 9 Super Bowl rings. You know, like, you have to respect a guy who's just that talented at the game, right? He goes to every place and he wins championships. Like, hey, dude, go wherever you want and win championships. That's great, good for you. But and no one's having the conversations like LeBron. No one puts Steph Curry next to Jordan, right? Everybody puts LeBron next to Jordan as like that comparison, right? So I do think he is the best choice here if you want that star power, basketball star power. Now, personality-wise, I don't know. I mean, we'll see in the movie if it comes across. Yeah,
I think we watch mainly for the characters, honestly. I think Looney Tunes is like the whole reason people are tuning into the film, honestly. Like, but story-wise, I mean, there's not going to be a story. I'm there for Bugs. I'm there for Tweety. I'm there for Lola. I mean, it's...
it's a fun kids movie. I'm like, I'm not a big LeBron fan anyway, and I don't know, I'm kind of a purist, and I think Eric Bauza is does a brilliant Bugs and everything. A friend of mine, and the guy's amazing. But I'm just, and I saw them how they're putting that. Steph, was it you? You said you saw the Joker in the back, and they're throwing all that. That's kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of like the only thing that I could see is like having like a Where's Waldo party where you're like you're trying to find.
Oh, I stopped
did you see that? Who that was? I mean, Iron Giant. That kind of threw me. I'm like, I didn't know that was a Warner Brothers
Foghorn Leghorn, drink.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Foghorn. I'm super excited for Foghorn. I mean, I was watching it and like I did some screenshots and like it's instead of calling it Toon World, they just need to rename this WB World because basically it's like this is like Ready Player One. Yeah, it's like what Ready Player One was then. It's like every pop culture thing that WB owns is going to be in this film. Like you could see Hogwarts.
Did they own Hanna-Barbera? Yeah, I saw Yogi Bear.
Yeah, Yogi Bear. Game of Thrones is in there.
Game of Thrones, Wizard of Oz,
Marvin the Martian.
Dude, Thundercats
Maltese Falcon
is in the background. Yeah, Maltese Falcon, Scooby-Doo. There's even Clockwork Orange guys dressed up in them. I mean, and if you've seen Clockwork Orange, it is not a kid's film. Like there is nothing. There's no parallel there. They are literally throwing everything. Like, hey, we own
Mad
that
Max
film.
Fury
Throw
Road.
it in the movie. I mean, it is. It is crazy. I just there's a big question the trailer doesn't answer for me, which is like why? Like why did the AI orb thing? Why does that exist? Why did it steal a child, which is super weird? Why is there just giant server room? Like I just don't. There's no purpose. Like the movie doesn't seem to have like a purpose yet, and that's the trailer's fault for not kind of telling us.
It's just like you got to play to win me back, Dad. That's what I got out of it. You just watch the movie to see if he wins, and you know he's going to win. I don't think the trailer set up much intrigue.
Yeah, I think that
that red monster's called.
But that would be weird. What would get me into that movie, and I think a lot of people who don't care, is if you find out like they cut the kid's head off at the end. You're like, what? You're like, no, like he doesn't. He loses the game.
Listen, they own Game of Thrones. Same here. It's likely gonna happen.
Smashes the black.
They should have just hired
looking
Sean
at his kid's
Bean
head rolling
to make a cameo just to die in the movie. Like and
hey,
then
maybe that's gonna
a
happen.
completely studio-made picture. Everything. It's just you know what's going to happen from beginning to end.
He's in the background holding his head, and he's like, "Yeah."
He's lost, and they all laugh, and then they he's sitting there looking at his dead kid.
They'll sell it all over the world.
And then it's just like it's just like, oh my God, and it just smashes the black, and it's like the saddest music ever. Only like. What?
Only if Marvin the Martian does the deed. Like Marvin the Martian has to come out of nowhere and like vaporize some child.
This is one of those movies that I'll never
that
watch.
Voice as well. Bowser's doing like Tweety Bird, Marvin the Martian, Daffy Duck. Fuck, that's so good, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's nostalgic, and I think Stephanie's right where she said that I think people would go and see this because they're nostalgic over the first one. However, with the new generation that has never seen the first Space Jam, I'd be a bit like, oh, wah. You should go see the first one. The first one looks way better. Like, honestly, this does feel like a Ready Player One. It feels like they're throwing everything at you for effect, and I'm not grabbed by it. Saws.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I mean, and I've already said like Looney Tunes and stuff like that. I think the only thing that was of interest was like in the trailer, he's like flying through like all the different planets, and I stopped and went to see like what every single planet was, and then the fact that you see like Pennywise in this movie, I'm just like, well, Pennywise, or like Danny DeVito's the Penguin, Mr. Freeze.
Why clowns?
I don't know.
Just to piss you off, Nolan.
Just for you, buddy. Just for you.
They help with humor development, Nolan.
Yeah.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
I think they are trying though to connect like with this modern audience to like digitalize everything. Because like the first one, I think was it Bill Murray? No, it wasn't Bill Murray or Danny DeVito. Somebody was like trying to create like a theme park, and that's like they were trying to like take like the Looney Tunes, but then Michael had to like team up with the Looney Tunes to like help prevent them. So with this, now that like they're tying it to a kid and he's got to save his kid, I'm curious to see too like how they tie in all these other worlds and why, because like they don't pull characters in from the other worlds to play on the basketball teams. Like if they had done that, I think that would have been interesting to see like the Looney Tunes play against like a Mad Max character, or like Mr. Freeze and Pennywise and Scooby-Doo. I mean, I wouldn't make Scooby-Doo a villain, but
that's a good point. Like who were they playing against? I mean, there's a Goon Squad. That's the one thing I didn't like, is like I don't know who those people are. Give me some of the bad guys that I knew, Wile E. Coyote. Not bad guys, but you know what I mean, like the Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they had to make up new stuff, and I'm like, it's probably for toy development, but it's like, all right,
They redrew the Lola Bunny. They redrew her. Yeah, it was a little too not Me Too back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So she got redrawn.
But she was a character that was added later on, right?
I think from
she wasn't
Space Jam. Wasn't she created for
She was
that
in
movie?
Space Jam 1.
Yeah.
Really?
So
I think
thought
so.
she was like from...
But I don't remember her as a cartoon character.
No.
No, I mean, she was on, what was it?
Remember the pervert Pepe Le Pew? Like talking about just cartoons about sexual harassment.
Yeah.
That's all that it was. It was about a skunk trying to fuck a cat and the cat just trying to run away all the time. It's like, what a social metaphor that was.
But it's so good. I don't know why. I love it.
But it worked. You know why it worked? Because he's French.
Everybody hates the French, right?
French guy is like, no, I'm not trying to rap you. I'm just French.
I always say that to Marisa. I feel like Pepe Le Pew. Stay still.
Chasing her around.
I used to love how he used to run. Remember, he bang, he bounced.
Yeah.
Hello, baby.
So
I just always loved how she went crazy at the end, and she was just kind of like, no, wait, I love you now. And he's like, you're too much, you're too much, you're too much.
It's so good.
You know what? I wonder if he's even in this movie.
No,
they cut him out.
They cut him out.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't just cut I mean, like Foghorn Leghorn even, or like Yosemite Sam. I mean, like they're all just just
a bunch of racist white guys sitting around doing comics.
Yeah.
Foghorn Leghorn wasn't racist because he had a southern accent, for God's sakes.
I wouldn't say him racist. I wouldn't say he was racist. I would say he was insensitive. He was insensitive.
Yeah, he was insensitive.
To who?
Remember when he had that girlfriend and had the little chick kid that was a little too feminine for him, and he kept trying to tough it up all the time.
See, like that's what I want Space Jam to be more Looney Tunes, less like 3D Ready Player One. Like I guess I don't know why. Like I want more old school Looney Tune vibe.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel the same way.
It showed a little bit of that with like the birds and stuff, but I don't know. Like who knows how modern they're gonna make it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's like they just did a Tom and Jerry movie, and like every time I saw a commercial for that, I cringed. I loved Tom and Jerry as a kid, but like
I couldn't get through
for some
5 minutes
strange
of it.
reason, like I guess going back to what you said, like about like the 2D animation, and then they tried to like modernize it, and it just didn't feel right. This I felt right when they bring him into like the 3D world, and Bugs is like growing fur, and I mean, I don't know. I think it looks cool. I'm not sure about the animation.
Little on the fence there, Steph.
A little.
Yeah,
Just a little. Just a little.
On the fence.
I am excited.
You'd watch it if it was on the TV. Would you go and see that? Like, would you pay?
Isn't everything on the
to see
TV
content?
nowadays?
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
I gotta
Would
be
you
honest
pay
with you.
for the
I love
content? Like, would
Looney
you go to the
Tunes. I
cinema?
love. I'm out altogether.
Yeah,
like
I'm out.
you can tell me how it is. I'm just not that interested.
yeah.
I'm definitely seeing it, but I don't think I'd pay. I think I'd wait.
I don't think if somebody paid me to watch, I'd be like, I don't need that money. Here's $100. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, you sold my house.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably watch it. I mean, just for the
Really?
nostalgia.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a nerd. I just want to. I'll watch it just for all the like weird callbacks and
Yeah,
pop
but you'll
culture.
watch anything.
That's
You'll
true.
literally watch anything.
Yeah. I'm pretty
You have
much
time
a
to
whore
watch
for
things?
anything. No.
Well, he's up
Right?
all night long
He's not
now.
busy enough. Give that man more work.
It's like
He's up all night long.
Yeah, it's like I'm the Cliff Notes for movies. I'll be like, I'll watch like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and then piece it all together.
Yeah.
I am
how you
excited.
do it, right?
Anthony Davis is in this, who's a Kentucky alum. So
That's why. That's the
And he
only
has
reason
one
why.
eyebrow.
he has one. He has
His
the
eyebrow
unibrow.
connects.
Yeah, he's got the unibrow.
It's called the big unibrow.
Yeah.
He has one eyebrow. It looks like a belt on his face.
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you can do whatever
That's
you
Space
want.
Jam. Take us
That's
out,
Space
Nolan.
Jam. You can jam it any way you like. I'm not watching it. But
Jam it.
you could. Go see it. Don't. I don't care. Uncle Noli says.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching/listening. Guys, if you want us to talk about a movie or a game or any kind of TV trailer, just let us know in the comments below. Also, if you're into what we're doing, please subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by using the join button below. Don't be afraid. Click it.